What's going on, everybody? We're back with another video today. Today we're on Modern Warfare Remastered, and I just wanted to show you guys some of the most important kind of jump spots and nade spots in competitive back in the day. I know people like revisiting these types of things, and I just wanted to make a video on it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into it. All right, like I was saying, I'm going to show you guys some of the old school jump spots and lines of sight and kind of like secret strats that we used to use back in the day for, you know, playing competitive GBs and search and destroy. So, all right, we're starting off on backlot. If you jump on this wall here, we'll run, jump to the ledge, up the ladder, and now you're top three. Once you're up here, you had all map positioning. Like, you basically win the round because you can see everything. Another little cheeky spot from here. Wasn't really helpful, but it was kind of cool to do. Was you can jump and get on top of that pole. It's more of a cool spot nonetheless. Another really cool spot was right here in the construction building. If you came up top, you could actually walk this ledge out to the edge here. You could be watching this cross right here. Anybody that comes out of construction underneath you is getting fried. Really secret spot. Not many people would even check this or even know it was possible. All right, let's say you were in a 1v1 situation. Someone's kind of chasing you in construction right here, and you kind of want to reposition without them hearing you. A lot of the times what would work is if you came right here, kind of strafe jump over this wall, you would mantle this without making any noise. And now you're out of construction, and you could like watch bomb from outside of here. So it was super helpful. Kind of tricky to hit the mantle without like breaking your legs. But if you could get really good at it, you were like winning the round every time. Classic pre-nade spot coming out of the defensive spawn. You kind of line it up for the edge of the building. Jump throw. And it would catch people L-wall right there. You'd probably get 2 or 3 kills every round until they figured out not to run there anymore. Let's say like the last really useful spot on this map was back here in the defensive spawn. If you came up these stairs here, mantled into this balcony, you could watch the entire B cross, and you could see if people were going to go into the top broken building over here. So basically, you could call out the entire play if you saw, or depending on if you saw or didn't see anybody. Super useful strat. I think a big part of this game, too, was utilizing the Moho jump, is what they called it, from the pro player Moho back in the day. It was a kind of strafe sideways crouch jump, and it would get you like an extra foot or so. You could do it like through windows or over short barriers, and it was really useful instead of like having to mantle something and just getting further. This was the strat back in the day. Let's say I was getting chased into the middle building here and somebody was behind me. I didn't want to like mantle it and get caught by somebody else. You could just full sprint, Moho out the window, and you're gone. Like, now you've broken timing completely. You're way further away from the guy. Moving on to Crash here, dude. This is probably one of the best maps in COD history. Let's just start off with some of the top spots and kind of jump stuff that I would be doing back in the day. All right, let's start off with one of my favorite spots here, the helicopter jump. Usually on defense, somebody would get on this wall, and the timing would be you were able to get to this helicopter first. Basically, that person is trying to prevent anyone from going into top 3 building and planting the bomb. But if you had one guy come to the top of the helicopter here, you could actually just run and jump to this wall, kill him right off of it, and then you can kind of make forward map control without even having to go through top 3. So you could catch the other guys off guard as well. I'll show you another spot here, kind of around top 3. This would work for offense and defense. Just super situational. If you came to the second story here, got on this little railing, you could strafe jump over to this awning right here. You could watch the cross into here. You could watch out behind you. And honestly, it was just so good because nobody ever checked this. Like, nobody would ever check. If you were in a 1v1 situation, you're up here, you pretty much win the round. I'm going to show you this cheeky little spot, top 3. I keep saying cheeky probably, but I'm just going to keep saying it. Let's say you had someone chasing you up top 3. You could jump on these AC units and then strafe jump to the top of this. And then they would think that you went down the ladder when in reality you're just laying up here and you had a free kill every single time. I did it to so many people. All right, this is probably the hardest strat or jump in this game. Let's say you're in a 1v1 situation. They know you're top 3 here. You need to get down, but you don't want to climb the ladder and you want to get down quickly. You can see that I failed it a couple times here, but what you would do is kind of just walk off this edge and then try to mantle the dumpster. And just like that, don't take fall damage. Now you're all the way down. They have no idea where you went because it's silent. And then you could like kill them off bomb or whatever it may be. We're in the offensive spawn now. This wasn't really useful in competitive, but it was kind of a fun spot to use in pubs. You would come into this garage here and you could actually mantle up this level here. And then if you kind of slide to the right, I just kind of like spam the jump button as I'm sliding to the right. And you can actually get up in these rafters. Super cool spot. You could use it in competitive, but it wasn't super viable. And yeah, as long as you're like on the beams here, you can just be up here. Awesome spot. I miss spots like that in Call of Duty. They just don't make it like that anymore. Now, this is probably the most favored position in the game on this map specifically. You say you were coming out of the defensive spawn, you jump here, grab this ladder, and stand on top of this ladder here. And then you have to give it a little strafe jump to this AC unit. And then you jump on this little peg right here. And now you're literally on top of the map. You've got all of mid control. You can see the B push. And yeah, it's just insane. You could also, if you had an M16, you could back up to here and hold the B push even easier. You're right here with an M16. It's pretty much a GG on the round. You win it every time. All right, now we're on Crossfire. There's not too many jump spots in this map, just the way that the map is designed. But there are a couple cool little tricks. One of the bombs for search and destroy was right here. So let's say I planted the bomb for middle, and a lot of the times people would plant and then go sit up in this top building to defend the bomb or have a teammate over there. Let's say you were trying to defuse the bomb and you knew the guy was up here. You would come right here instead of like going up the stairs and then just being a free kill. Basically, you would jump on this wall here. You kind of have to like crouch jump your way up it, and then you do a run and mantle. And then usually they were like sitting right here. You'd get the kill every time, shoot him in the back. Instead of coming up the stairs, like I said, or these stairs, you would just come up behind him and kill him, and they would never suspect it. It was such a good play. This wasn't really a jump spot, but it was a very small strat that was super important. Basically, let's say you were on defense. Usually a guy on offense would like go up these top windows here to catch people on the cross going into this building. So what you would have to do to like actually make that cross without dying, because he would just one burst you with an M16, you would actually have to full sprint and then moho jump over that window, talking about the moho jumps again and how important they were in this game. There were so many like different lines of sight in this game. I'm not going to go over every single one just because there's just so many. There's so much nuance to this game. One super effective thing to do at the start of the round, though, if you were on offense, you would come right here, kind of lined your nade up with this corner and just kind of jump throw, and it would catch the people running on a defense. You'd blow up that car. You'd pretty much get a kill every round if somebody was crossing. Just nade spots in general and lines of sight were so important to this game, and if you didn't know them, you were going to lose. Like, it just came down to that. All right, we're on District now. This map has some of the coolest spots in the game, probably. I'm going to show you this one. This is probably the hardest spot as well. If you would come here, jump to this tarp here, jump to these, and then you got to kind of do a strafe jump over to this railing. Now you're in this balcony. This spot was super useful if you got here because one of the search and destroy bombs was right here. So if you got the plant down and then you got somebody up here, you basically win the round. Like, they would just not know where you were. You can take it a step further. You can jump to this archway and then get up top. It's super hard to do, but let's give it a try. A little run, jump, strafe. And then you kind of like work your way up this. Wow. I did that really easily. Yeah, so if you had bombed down or even if you were in a 1v1 or something, it was so useful. You literally can't get up here any other way. And then you could just fucking kill him off bomb and pretty much see everything on this side of the map. Insane spot, one of my favorites. Another insane spot on this map is going to be on the other side. I believe it's the B bomb. Maybe I'm getting them mixed up, but let's say you were on offense. You come over here, jump on this, and then same thing. You kind of do a little strafe jump onto this archway here. Sometimes it wants to like boot you back down. You just have to like kind of do it one at a time. And now you're literally on top of the map. This spot's definitely more useful because you can see all of mid and nobody's checking this. And then you can check the bomb and check over here on the street. Just an insane spot. And this spot specifically had kind of a fail safe too, because if you got a kill up here, they knew you were up here, they're looking for you, you could always jump down onto these archways. And now I'm completely covered. They're like, where did he go? And now I can just take any gunfights from up here. Crazy spot. Love it. All right, now we're on Overgrown. Probably one of my favorite maps in COD history for competitive search and destroy. I'm going to show you some of the spots on this map, and they are crazy. This map is insane. Let's say you're on the defensive side. Come over here. If you actually get kind of close enough to this wall, it'll say press A to mantle, and if you move over a little bit, it'll say hold to mantle. You're looking for the hold to mantle, and you do this. Now you're on top of this wall. Now you can jump up to this roof. And if you have a sniper and they come over to this side of the map to plant the bomb, you just win the round. Like this, it's such a power position. It's so insane. I loved this spot because I would always run the sniper on this map. All right, next spot here is getting on top of Grandma's house. Super useful spot on this map. And if you didn't have any power position up there, you pretty much lost the round. It was super, super important. Basically, you would just run, jump, mantle this wall, and you could do it from either side, getting on the dumpster or just jumping at the wall like that. And then you would just come over here and then jump up on here. You got an M16 up here. It's insane. You can see the other side of the map, the other bomb plants over here. You can see their broken building and obviously watch the bomb plant behind you. It's probably the most broken spot in this game. One of them at least. So this side on offense, this would be a counter to both of those roof spots back in the day. If you would come right here, jump on this crate, kind of a little strafe jump over here. Now you're on this fence, make your way up to the top bridge. And now you can kind of counter the entire other side, killing the guy off of top Grandma's. And I just fell, or killing the guy back on that roof over there. But if you got back up on top of the bridge here, this spot right here is not really useful. Maybe in very, very slight scenarios. But this is more of a pub spot. You can make your way all the way across the fence line here. And then you do a little crouch jump on top of this roof. Way back at the edge of the map. Not really useful for competitive because you're kind of out of the play. And this is the offensive spawn, so you need to be pushed up anyway. But cool spot nonetheless. The next spot is on the offensive side in this broken building. If you make your way to this, you can kind of jump your way all the way up this wall. About as high as you can go. And then you do a little crouch jump to get up here. This spot is insane. You would have to kill the guy on like watching the cross right here first, usually to get up here. But once you get up here, and somebody plants the bomb on the A bomb right here, you can literally watch it from this window with an M16, and it's pretty much a guaranteed round win. This spot was super useful. I used it all the time. Loved it. One of my favorites. I'm going to show you this little spot here in mid. Let's say you're on offense. You make your way up this side. You could actually run and jump to this wall, and now you're on this head glitch to watch anything on the other side of the map. Super useful. You could kind of get killed here easily, but if you knew where the guy was, it was a nice power position. On offense, if you ran up towards this building, a lot of the defensive guys would like go inside of this building right here. And if you didn't want to just run up the stairs and take the gunfight, you could come right here. You would actually run right here. Little mantle on this windowsill. You don't get an indicator, but we figured it out. Little mantle on this little piece of whatever, and then you can mantle straight up into the window. And usually you catch the guys sitting right here looking down. Little did they know you came up behind him and shot him in the back. So super useful. Loved that play. Did it all the time. It was if you know type of spot. All right, there's a couple spots here on strike. If you're coming out of the defensive side, you have to be on search and destroy. That's why I changed the game type here, because you need to use this bomb. So basically, you would come right here, jump on this little railing, and then do a little strafe jump to the top of this bomb. Run, and then you kind of strafe to this little awning here, which is the hardest part, but like this. I hit it first time. And now you can see the entire middle map cross. It is such a good spot, and they would just never expect you to be here. You can actually make it a step further and get to the top of this wall. Also useful too, because if you see a cross or see someone push mid and they got by you somehow, you could just drop down into mid now and then shoot them in the back. All right, I'm going to show you another nade spot here. If you're coming out of the defensive spawn and you know that the A or the offensive people had made it to the A bomb site already, they crossed over here, you could actually run to this back alley, get in this corner, kind of look almost straight up into the sky, pretty much like around this area right here. You'd put that bomb symbol at the bottom of your screen right in the center, and then you would do a throw jump, and you would get them off the bomb every single time. You would kill the bomb planner every time, and super useful strategy. Let's see if I got the angle correct. Yeah, I mean, he would have been dead. Most people would play this spot right here as a head glitch to kill people. You could actually get on these little baskets over here if you kind of strafe jumped from this ledge on the first basket, and then you jump here, and now you have this insane head glitch as well. This was super useful. Like I was saying, on defense, if you got here before the offensive team, you can pretty much just stop them completely from getting in here. Another crucial spot coming out of the offensive spawn to go plant a bomb was to have a guy with an AR come back here, jump on this car, and then you jump on this little telephone booth thing, and then you have him strafe jump over to this awning. And now look, you can see the B push. A lot of people like to play kind of close right here on defense. So if you had a guy back here with an AR, you could kind of get a pick. It's not big of an opening, but a lot of the times you would get a kill. Super useful. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me revisiting some of the best jump/nade spots from Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare Remastered. This was one of my favorite games of all time, and let me know if you guys enjoyed it. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.